What if I told you the biggest betrayal in love and hip-hop history didn't happen on camera, but right behind Rasheeda's back, and it involved her own husband and her so-called friend Karlie Red? Yeah, this ain't no storyline twist, this is a full-blown reality TV crime scene. We're talking shady boutique visits, receipts dropping like mixtapes, and a Sprinter van rendezvous that'll make your jaw hit the floor. So grab your popcorn, lock your man's phone, and sit down, cause season 13 didn't just get messy, it got personal. And Rasheeda? Sis came with receipts. Y'all ever see a woman go from wifey mode to private investigator faster than a camera flash? Because that's exactly what Rasheeda just did, and baby, Karlie Red and Kirk got caught slippin', like it's season 6 all over again, but this time, nobody's coming out clean. Let's rewind real quick. Karlie Red, the unofficial queen of chaos, drama's favorite daughter, and the woman who's cried on more reunion couches than a Bravo marathon, is back in the mess. But this time, she might have finally gone too far. Because when you start creeping around with your friend's husband? Phew. That's not just messy, that's biohazard. And Kirk Frost? Let's not act like this man's reputation is squeaky clean. Kirk's the same guy who gave us stripper pool scenes, secret babies, and airplane mode lies that could give Netflix thrillers a run for their money. And yet, here we are. Season 13, same Kirk. New scandal, according to behind-the-scenes whispers, and we're talking overheard through the glam room wall while someone was getting their lace front laid, type whispers. This didn't just happen. It's been bubbling. Slow. Silent. Sneaky. Sources say things between Rasheeda and Kirk had already been shaky before cameras even rolled. You know the vibe, mysterious business trips. Phone always flipped face down. Working late. With no laptop in sight. Yep. Classic playbook behavior, but what really lit the fuse? One name, Karlie. Let's be honest, Karlie Red's never been known for boundaries. Her name stays floating in drama like confetti at a toxic wedding. She's had entanglements with Benzino, Young Jock, and even flirted her way into Black Ink Cruise Caesar. So, when she starts hovering around Kirk Frost again, let's just say, Rasheeda's eyebrow didn't raise, it jumped. Now here's where it gets spicy. Allegedly, Karlie and Kirk were seen at a boutique, after hours. Not a regular oops. We bumped into each other in the cereal aisle moment. Nope. This was a private appointment, closed door, don't tell Rasheeda I was here, level secret. Eyewitnesses say Kirk showed up first, asking about some gifts for a lady friend, and minutes later, surprise. Karlie walks in wearing a smile and a jumpsuit too tight for Jesus. The boutique clerk couldn't even keep a straight face. She said it was a coincidence, the clerk allegedly whispered. But like, they left together. I'm not blind. Of course, Rasheeda caught wind of the situation, thanks to her assistant, who just so happened to spot Karlie's purse in the green room, with a receipt from that exact boutique tucked inside. Time-stamped. Circled. Highlighted like a smoking gun in a CSI episode. Coincidence? Girl, ain't nobody buying that. And just when Rasheeda thought she was piecing things together, the real bomb dropped. And that's where part 2 picks up, because what came next? Let's just say, cameras weren't ready. But Rasheeda was. So just when Rasheeda thought things couldn't get worse than Karlie Red playing peekaboo in Kirk's boutique life, baby, the universe said, hold my wig glue, and dropped the Sprinter van saga. Let's set the scene. One day on set. Everything's business as usual, lights, camera, lashes, drama. But then boom, Rasheeda's phone lights up with an anonymous airdrop. No message, no caption. Just a video file. She opens it, expecting behind-the-scenes footage or maybe a meme. Instead, Karlie and Kirk. Together. In the back of a Sprinter van. Laughing. Whispering. And then leaning in like they were auditioning for a rom-com called Lips Don't Lie. Now hold up, a van? A whole van? That ain't no Uber pool, sis. That's a production van with red lighting, velvet seats, and vibes nobody ordered. You know it's bad when even VH1 security started asking, wait, did we approve this scene? And just like that, Rasheeda didn't yell, she didn't cry, she didn't throw not one shoe. She stared, stood up, and walked off set like a woman who just downloaded the full betrayal in 4K. But it doesn't stop there. Oh no. See, while Karlie was out here sipping wine and posting IG boomerangs with a mystery man, the internet did what the internet does best. Twitter detectives zoomed in, slowed it down, ran facial recognition based on Kirk's crusty bracelet, and guess what? Same bracelet. Same tattoo. Same clownery. If fans went ballistic, Karlie out here collecting cast members like Pokemon. Rasheeda need to start throwing receipts, not verses. At this point, Karlie got a PhD in other people's men. And then, the brunch happened. Now in love and hip-hop terms, when someone says brunch, what they mean is, I'm about to smile while planning your emotional demise. Rasheeda invited the usual suspects, Spice, Sierra, Kendra, Bambi, and yep, Karlie got the golden invite too. She showed up thinking it was gonna be cute. Baby, it was war.no mimosas, no pancakes, just cold shade and sharper than acrylic. Stares, and that's when Rasheeda dropped the line that shook the entire cast. You know what's funny? How karma moves faster when it's got Wi-Fi. Then she pulled out, wait for it, a USB stick. Now who even uses USBs anymore? Rasheeda does. Because when you're about to end someone's storyline, you come prepared like an FBI agent in Fashion Nova, according to an insider, that USB didn't just have van footage, it had audio. Leaked voice memos allegedly of Karlie laughing with a friend about how Kirk was paying for her new veneers. Yep. Not only is she playing with Rasheeda's husband, she's allegedly using his wallet as a GoFundMe for her mouth. You can't make this stuff up, and now with fans roasting Karlie, cast members side-eyeing her, and producers foaming at the mouth, the real storm was just getting started, because what comes next? Oh honey. Karlie tried to play victim. And it went spectacularly wrong. So picture this, Karlie's been exposed, the USB has been plugged, and Rasheeda just body-checked her entire soul with a brunch table monologue. Now, what does Karlie Red do next? Does she own it? Apologize? Disappear quietly into a Weave commercial? Nope. She hits Instagram Live, and cue the waterworks. Karlie popped up on screen with her sunglasses on inside the house, voice cracking like she was auditioning for a Tyler Perry funeral scene. I would never do that to Rasheeda. I've been through too much as a woman. I'm healing. I've had trauma, girl, stop it. You weren't healing, you were plotting, and just when she thought the pity tour would work, a fan page leaked a DM thread from Karlie's own former assistant, where she allegedly said, I don't care what Rasheeda thinks. She boring anyway. She wouldn't have a storyline without me or Kirk. Excuse me? Sis. You didn't just throw shade, you threw the whole damn palm tree. Now back on set, production is panicking because this scandal just hijacked the whole season, and guess who's loving it? The viewers. Memes flying. Karlie photoshopped. With dental tools. Kirk edited into Where's Waldo backgrounds. And Rasheeda looking like Judge Judy in every frame, but Rasheeda? She ain't done. She starts pulling up to interviews. Not to name names, no. Just classy cryptic captions like, some folks out here betraying people for plotlines. Not knowing karma already booked the reunion flight. Oop. Meanwhile, VH1 producers, realizing this was ratings gold, greenlit an emergency sit-down episode mid-season. Not the reunion. Not the finale. Just a full-blown damage control taping with the whole cast, minus Karlie. Yeah, you heard right, sis ghosted. Sent producers a message saying she didn't feel safe. Girl, safe from what? Accountability. Rasheeda showed up in all black, hair laid, giving revenge villain and a power heel. And when asked how she felt about Karlie skipping the confrontation, Rasheeda said, you don't get to stab somebody and cry because the knife was heavy. Phew. Then came the final straw. VH1's host pulled out an envelope, like we on Maury. Inside? A production note from a PA, confirming that Karlie allegedly begged producers for a game-changing scandal, and even hinted she'd blur friendship lines if it meant more screen time. Boom. That's it. Game over. Even Bambi let out a gasp like someone just snatched her edges. Spice said, she did the same thing to Jock. Ain't nothing new. And Sierra just mumbled, she's done. And guess who's suddenly silent? Karlie. She went from crying on live to pushing her lip gloss line like it's a clearance sale at Betrayal. Kirk? He disappeared. Deleted comments, turned off tags, canceled a club hosting gig in Houston because, and I quote, the energy felt off. Nah bruh, that's not energy. That's consequences. And Rasheeda? Sis walked out of that taping like she just signed a spin-off deal. And maybe she did. Phew. Did y'all just witness reality TV history or what? Karlie Red, exposed. Kirk Frost, busted. Rasheeda, unbothered, unstoppable, and possibly headed straight to her own executive producer chair. But now it's your turn. Do you think Karlie set this up from the jump? Should Rasheeda forgive, forget, or drop the divorce papers? And is Kirk just clueless, or complicit? Drop your wildest theories in the comments, receipts welcome. Smash that like button like Rasheeda smashed brunch. Subscribe before Karlie blocks the whole internet. And tap the bell. 'Cause baby, this war ain't over yet.